Here comes the next shining star of the Zed Talk program, Shafaz Rahman, the proud son of Shahnawaz, hailing from the beautiful town of Kanyangat, Kasargod. A dedicated student of ZJP 9th grade, Shafaz is a young individual who embodies the perfect blend of academic excellence and a passion for growth. Beyond academics, Shafaz is a well-rounded individual who actively engages in activities that shape his character and broaden his perspective. As he steps onto the stage today, let's celebrate Shafaz Rahman for his hard work, determination, and the potential he holds to inspire others. Join me in giving a big round of applause for this bright young mind.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Have you guys ever thought yourself before going to sleep that tomorrow is the day I will change? Tomorrow is the day I will get up early in the morning, have a healthy breakfast, go for a morning jog, breathe fresh air. Tomorrow is the day I want to change to who I really want to be, the best version of myself. Well, change doesn't come easy. You have to incorporate certain habits in your life that all eventually lead to you becoming the best version of yourself. Well, how long will it take you to form a new habit or get rid of an old one? Most people will tell you it takes exactly 21 days for a person to form a new habit. And I was like, how did this happen to me? And I remember once in my classroom, I was simply sitting there, completing my notes. Suddenly, my teacher came up to me and asked, how long will it take you to form a new habit? And I was like, I don't know. And she said that it takes exactly 21 days for me to form a new habit. And at that time, I thought, this is my chance to become a bed maker. And I thought that for the next 21 days, instead of getting up every day and yelling, Mom, please don't forget to make my bed, Mom, I thought I will do it myself. Day by day, early in the morning, 6 a.m., even on days I was running late, I made my bed. And the best part, I hated every second of it. And by day 22, I opened my eyes and the first thing I did was say, Mom, please don't forget to make my bed, Mom. I quit. And of course, that was expected. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm just going to be a little bit worse at life than bed makers. Whatever. I do not exaggerate if I say that this 21-day theory is the most famous myth in the world of self-development. Let's dive a little into our theory to understand where the number 21 came from and the reason for its spread in self-development books and courses. Dr. Maxwell Maltz was a plastic surgeon in the 1950s. When he began noticing a strange pattern among his patients, for example, in a nose job, he saw that the patient took exactly 21 days to get used to start seeing his or her new nose. He also noticed that if a patient had an arm or leg amputated, the patient would acknowledge the feeling of their new limb for exactly 21 days before starting to get used with their new condition. Dr. Maltz published his theory in a book that went very famous in that era and sold over 30 million copies. And here, the conflict started brewing. And it makes sense why people were starting to believe his theory. Why? Number one, number 21 is considered a short period of time. And that's also considered a short of temptation, which means something you can do. Number two, the number 21 is also long enough to be believable. Difficult challenge, but not impossible. I mean, who would love to change their whole life within just 21 days? Would you have to start waking up early in the morning every day? Would you have to start cooking healthy recipes? And all within less than 1 month. So, is it true? Can we really change our lives within just 21 days? There is a famous study by the psychologist Philip Lally titled How Our Habits Form. The study followed 96 people over a period of 12 weeks. Each person chose a new 12-week habit to work on, such as drinking 3 cups of water before lunch or running for 15 minutes after dinner. And after 12 weeks, they found that it took approximately 2 to 8 months and 66 days to be exact. And so according to psychologist Lally, you may need 2 to 8 months and not just 21 days. Guys, whether it is 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, it doesn't actually matters how long it takes as much as it matters that you have to begin with today. And once you begin, make sure to maintain your new habit. Set reminders, create a supportive environment, and most importantly, you don't have to be perfect. Making a mistake once or twice has lasting effects on your behavior. If I want to become a better person, I will have to commit to the system and embrace the process. That way, I will commit to making tiny improvements rather than rushing myself too hard into things. Guys, change is not always easy and it's not always simple. But with enough dedication, any habit can be reshaped. So, if you really want it, become the best version of yourself. Get up today and start working on it. I promise you all get there. Thank you.